Today we're going to talk about the new Weedless Rising Son. I'm going to show you how to rig it. I'm going to show you how to fish it. I'm going to show you the pros and cons. I'm actually going to show you the exact perfect way to fish it so that you set the hook every single time. No guessing and no worrying. Okay, first things first. I'm using 20-pound fluorocarbon Sunline. I'm also using a 10-aught beast hook. I'm also using, sometimes I'm going to use, this is a lead tape that's made for golf clubs. We use the 316 soft plastic glue. And what I do is I just simply make a Palomar knot on this 10-aught beast hook. I'll just make a simple Palomar knot, my favorite knot. And I'll rig this up like this. Go through. Google it if you don't know how to do this knot. I just blew past it, so we'll cut it. Cut your tag in, leave a 1/4 inch, especially for this application. Okay, so this is where the meat hits the road. Okay, so I want to just say a disclaimer real quick. Okay, so listen, if you're on a budget, if you're not dead serious, if you're gonna worry about tearing up your baits, whole 9 yards, this isn't for you. This is something different, something the fish haven't seen. It's a specialty bait that I developed. I've been fishing this bait since 2006, and finally I'm releasing it this year. It's going to be released in February 1st on my website, 316lurecompany.com. Okay, so now that you know, if you're on a budget, don't buy this. Go to Walmart and get you some baits. All right, so there's an awesome center and pink pin on this corkscrew here, and this is the one of a kind. It's a patented, it's by owner. And what I do is I get dead center on this nose right here, and that's specifically going to be right here in the mouth right there. And you want to take your time and do this right. So then I just slowly screw it on and screw it down, and it centers itself really nice. And you try to make sure you don't bunch up the plastic, because that'll change the way the bait flows. So I've got it about to there, and I'm comfy with that. Then the second important thing to do is put your thumb, line your bait up like you would a traditional Texas rig. Line your bait up. So I got my thumb right here. I know I'm going through there. Okay, you're gonna notice there's no hook slot in this bait. All right, the reason why there's no hook slot in this bait is because hook slots tear out. All the other baits you're gonna see have slots in them. They tear out. You're gonna get 2 fish, and there's gonna be nothing left. I want to show you the technology behind the owner. This is an offset worm hook. If you look, here's the point, your line tie. If you look straight across, I have a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch gap. So no matter what, that fish, this bait moving through that fish's mouth, you're gonna get a hookup. So I don't need a hood slot. The hook slots were invented for flukes, and that's because they were stuck with these little worm hooks, and you had to make the bait fall down in the gap and everything to get it to get a hook set. This is totally different. I was super stoked when this came out. Anyways, actually that's when I started fishing my Weedless Rising Son, when these came out. I found out these were out there, so I started fishing it. I finally had the right hook. Anyways, you put the hook through. There's no hook slot, so you're gonna have to be a big boy and do this right, or you're gonna tear your baits up. Put my thumb right there. I go dead center of this bait. Right there, dead center of. You gotta make sure you get it center. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Okay, so then I come straight up through the back, and I look at it, I make sure that I'm center. Okay, and I'm a little off to the right. I don't like that. I'll go a little bit more to the left. Okay, so what I'm looking for is everything to line up straight. Now if this bait rolls, that's because it's not on here straight. As a matter of fact, there's certain times when a fish will hit this just right, and when they hit it just right, it tears the bait up. You get 1 fish out of it. There's sometimes where they hit this bait, don't tear the bait up, but the bait won't run right. I've actually had to take the whole bait off, untwist it, set it, put it back all together, and then it ran true. I've actually got so desperate that I bit off the noses because it was all tore out, and kept fishing it. So it's a bitchin' bait. The difference between this bait and all the stuff that you see and the stuff you're gonna see is that this is the only one that runs without a weighted hook. Okay, all the other ones have to have a weighted hook. So I can fish this slower and more naturally than anybody else with any other bait because I don't have weight on it. It just cruises through and it pushes through everything because it's not heavy and weighted down. Now, if I'm gonna fish faster, like on this actual bait here, I've just taken 1 inch of that tape, this club tape, it's called Club Maker. I've just taken 1 inch and wrapped it around the shank here, and that's all it took. You know, to any one of these baits I can tie on there and I can keel it, and that helps me run it faster. Okay, so this is how I'm gonna rig it for a weedless. And if I'm fishing shallow and I'm fishing slower, you can do the same application. Run the owner's beast hook. This is a 1/2 ounce weight. This will pretty much run about anything you want to hit in 10 feet of water, or shallower. You just got to reel faster. And then I actually make a custom one that I run that's 1.25 ounces that I fish really deep, just grinding off the bottom, where I've actually made a mold and I pour my own lead on it. They're in the boat somewhere here. I don't know where they are though. Okay, so then the second big thing that comes into play, first things first, is rigging this bait properly, getting it all rigged up like that. The super thing about the fluorocarbon, and this is what I've learned now, is the stretch. There's no stretch in this. If it does, it's got barely any stretch. Plus it sinks. It helps keep these unweighted baits down. Now most guys don't know anything about that because they're fishing everything weighted. They don't have those problems, but this is a more natural presentation. It cruises through. I mean, if you look at my background surroundings here, this is like a walk in the park compared to most Texas water. We're in what is this? What are we in right now? In January. We're in January right now. Leaves are off the tree. This is usually full of pads and grass and the whole 9 yards. We just got this ugly bush. I'm making a video a little outside of the actual date that these things are gonna get whacked on because I'm getting ready to release the bait. Anyways, so you got your fluorocarbon, okay? The second important thing is to have you a stout rod, okay? I'm using a heavy rod. I don't know what, all my rods are custom. I don't know what you know, what's on the market or anything like that. I'm using a Daiwa Z2020 that I've custom painted, custom knobs and all showy stuff, real light. Got my little logo on there and everything. Okay, so super important to have a 6-to-1 gear ratio. You can go 5-to-1 if you want. You can get away with it, but I go 6-to-1, and that enables me to catch up the line faster, hook sets, and then I don't know, I just gotten really used to it, and it feels like a real good cruising speed for me and all that. Okay, so that's pretty much it on rigging it. That's pretty much it on line, rods, reels. The other thing I want to tell you too is that 316 sells this glue, and this is the exact same thing as Mend It, exact same thing as a Huddle Bond. You know, it's the exact same thing. We're the first company to put it in a fingernail polish bottle. And by doing that, I can sit here and I can fix my baits without blowing out my boat and getting stuff all over the place. This stuff right here stays soft and pliable, and it'll fix any soft bait. So what I'll do is, if I'm on a good bite with these baits, I'll just, even if they're wrecked, and there's some testimony out there on the internet where you'll see these things, especially on my Instagram or Facebook, you'll see this bait's got like 13 fish on it, it's blown out, it's not even white anymore, it's like brownish white. Or I'll just sit there, go in the when I get home that night from fishing, I'll just go in the garage and I'll dab them up with this, get all the tears fixed, and then set them up on the boat so they dry and everything, and in the morning they're ready to go again. And usually 9 times out of 10, the area I've repaired with this glue is stronger than the actual plastic. It won't rip there anymore. But anyways, all right, so now I'm gonna show you how to fish the bait. And again, you can get this, you can get the 316 glue on my website. We're also going to sell the beast hooks, so when you buy your Weedless Rising Sons, and you can get that on there. And then don't forget to get your tape. I mean, this is a really neat thing. You can use this on lures and everything else. It's just come in real handy. I just keep it in my little box locker over here, and it works out all the time. Okay, man, now I'm gonna show you how to fish this bait, okay? And I'm gonna show you how good it goes through cover and what I do. I'm also gonna show you the perfect every single time way to stick a fish and get your hook set. All right, let's do it. Anyway, so when I'm fishing this bait and a fish hits it, you have to have the rod pointed at the bait at all times. If your rod's off to the left and your bait's off to the right, the reason being is the fish, when that happens, your rod's over here and your bait's over there, when the fish hits it, what happens is it absorbs the rod a little bit, absorbs that impact. Plus the line has a little bit of stretch, even though I got fluorocarbon, and that gives that fish a chance to turn and spit. Versus if you aim your bait if you aim your rod right at the bait at all times, when that fish hits it, it loads up straight into the spool and just jams it in. And with that hook design that's on that bait, with that beast hook that owner made, it sets the hook on them with, I mean, it's like minimal. So I actually tested that theory by having guys that don't even fish my stuff barely, take them fishing with me, show them the bait, and boom, next thing you know, we're sticking all the fish. So I've gotten that dialed. You have to aim your rod tip at the bait at all times, and you will whack them and stack them. All right. And what I'm doing is just aiming my rod tip right at that bait. I don't know if you can see that bait right there, but you know as well as I do that this will get smashed come frog season. March, April, May, June, even into July. And that booger right there, okay? Sometimes I'll even do this, I'll get it up there and I'll start doing this. I'll do that, crash it through there, get some excitement. I'm just doing that by turning my rod and turning my reel and pumping my rod tip. So as you can see, this bait kicks slower than any of those other baits too. I mean, I'm just creeping this bait right here. So you can slow it down, you can go fast, you can go high, you can go low, you can go left, you can go right. So I'm gonna skip this up in there. Oh no, you didn't. Ooh. So I'll just go and hit all these productive. I get hung up like that and I try to crash it like that, make some noise, let them know something's struggling in there. And if they're in there, they'll have a conniption fit. I'll just keep skipping it up in there. I'm going through everything. Oh, there we go. Just goes anywhere you want it. I'm fishing faster. I'm saying too much. I smoked crack all night, man. And I was drinking beers, did some whiskey, and then I had some dancing ladies. And then, look at there. That's money. And you know it. But I wadded my bait. There it goes. Ah, come on. No risk, no reward. I'm just cruising that bait. And they are gonna smash it. Too bad the water temp's to 49. Alright. I did that on purpose, man. This is called the jumping over the stick. How many guys have gotten bit doing that? It happens. Believe it or not. Okay, we're gonna come through all that. Right there. Alright, you can see my bait's leaning now. See it's leaning? Leaning on the side, that means something's wrong, so I want to check it. And there was. Sometimes these are little dead grass or dry dingleberries. Again. There like that. Man. I would smoke that thing if I was a fish. Man. Alive. Just come through there. Just like that. I'm gonna show you, man. Just because I don't have those hook slots, and actually that's been running around with the hook sticking out. But because I don't have the hook slot in there, this bait isn't, look at it, there's no damage. It's not tearing up. You see me skipping it, jumping it, slapping it, ripping it around and everything. I'm telling you, man, don't buy the ones with slots in them. Gotta buy this one, man. Buy it now. See that? What are we into? We're in 5 feet of water. I can't imagine these guys fishing those baits with the weights on them. Like, you can't do this. I mean, you can't. Look at this, man. I can flick that up in there like that, skip it up in there and boink it out. You know it's gonna get smashed. Look at that. Look at that, man. All day. I was out here. Yeah, if this was like spring right now, my gosh, man, it's like they just foobar. too is I was the first guy. I invented the first weedless swim bait ever. So I mean, my specialty is weedless swim baits. I mean, that's one of my favorite things in the world. And man, this bait is like, it don't take a second to none of the baits I make. Great bait, man. Like I said, it's a bitchin' bait. It's durable. It's gonna come in a 2-pack, and you just can't beat it, man. It's a good deal, man. I think I mean, Toledo Bend, Rayburn, Florida. I mean this, and the hookup ratio is insane. As long as you point your rod tip at the bait, you stick every single one. You got to get you a beast hook, 10-aught beast hook, and then 20-pound fluoro has been fine. I haven't had anything break me off. I got them up to 9 pounds on this bait so far, in heavy cover grass. If you want, you can use braid, no problem, but braid is so fast and so strong, it tends to, like, you tear up everything when you use it. I mean, you'll bend that corkscrew, you'll rip the baits up. So make sure you buy a bunch of them if you're gonna go with braid. But like I said, if you get that glue that we sell, I'm telling you, man, these things will go a good country mile. All right, man, appreciate it. Take care.